Welcome to Decoder. On September 5, 1969, in the small village of Zyapchik in Siberia, part of the Soviet Union, an extraordinary event took place. Seemingly plucked straight from the pages of a science fiction novel, was it the work of some cosmic intelligence, or is it possible that our ancient ancestors once lived there? At a depth of 70 meters below the surface, a marble coffin was discovered, and according to research, it could be an astounding 800 million years old. Even more baffling, the body of a young woman inside the coffin was perfectly preserved. Her pale, smooth skin appeared untouched by decay or the passage of time. But what's the truth behind this mysterious discovery? Stay tuned as we delve into the details. It all began deep underground, in the dimly lit tunnels of a coal mine. While miners worked tirelessly, one of them struck something hollow with his pickaxe. The sound was unlike the usual resonance of rock. Curious, the miner stopped to investigate, carefully clearing away debris until he uncovered a small opening in the wall. What lay beyond was unexpected. After a few more deliberate strikes, the wall crumbled, revealing a hidden chamber. The air was thick with mystery as the miners gathered around. Inside the chamber was a large, intricately designed marble sarcophagus, about 2.5 meters long and nearly 1 meter tall. Recognizing the potential significance of their discovery, the mine's owner, Alexander Masalagin, immediately informed Soviet authorities. Fearing the government might confiscate any treasure inside, the miners couldn't resist their curiosity and decided to open the sarcophagus themselves. What they found shocked everyone. Inside was the body of a young woman, estimated to be around 25-30 years old, with long, dark brown hair braided into a single plait. Her striking blue eyes seemed to gaze peacefully, as if she were merely sleeping. She wore a translucent white dress made from an unfamiliar material, and her body was surrounded by a mysterious pink liquid. Beside her head lay a small black metal box, which witnesses later likened to a modern smartphone. The woman's skin was astonishingly smooth and flawless, paler than even the fairest albino. Her beauty and lifelike appearance left onlookers speechless. The sarcophagus was left open for hours, and nearly everyone in the village came to see. In a strange twist, a young man decided to dip his finger into the pink liquid and even tasted it. It had no discernible flavor. However, within a week, his health deteriorated. He became disoriented, unable to recognize his own home, and soon passed away. His wasn't the only death linked to this strange discovery. That's the name locals gave her, after Tisul, the district where the village is located. Soon, high-ranking officials, KGB agents, police, firefighters, and military personnel arrived at the scene. The area was cordoned off, and the crowd was warned of potential infection risks. Their goal was to transport the sarcophagus to a secure facility for further study. Transporting the sarcophagus by helicopter proved impossible. It was simply too heavy. To lighten the load, they decided to drain the pink liquid into containers. That's when something incredible happened. As the liquid was removed, the woman's flawless white skin began to change color before everyone's eyes. This led many to believe that the liquid, along with the coffin itself, had unique properties that preserved her body in its perfect state. Eventually, the Tisul princess and her sarcophagus were transported to Novosibirsk for scientific analysis. Weeks later, a professor from Novosibirsk visited the village to discuss this unusual find. He revealed that the state of preservation of the princess was unlike anything seen in archaeology or paleontology. The pink liquid used to immerse her body had properties that defied explanation, and bore no resemblance to any known natural or artificial embalming substances. Attempts to date the sarcophagus and its contents led to a series of perplexing results. Radiocarbon dating, a reliable method for determining the age of organic materials up to 500 years, was insufficient for this task. The materials comprising the coffin, the pink liquid, and the princess herself did not conform to any established parameters. Scientists employed more advanced techniques, analyzing geological strata and employing sophisticated dating methods, but the results only added to the mystery. Could it truly be possible that this ancient artifact and its occupant were as old as 800 million years? Analysis revealed that the Tisul princess and her coffin date back approximately 800 million years, a figure that stunned the scientific community and challenged the very foundations of human history. This timeline places the princess not just before the dawn of human civilization, but even before the emergence of complex life forms as we know them. Such an astonishing revelation called for a complete reevaluation of everything previously understood about the timeline of life on Earth. If these findings are accurate, they suggest the existence of a civilization at a time when modern science posits that only the simplest life forms inhabited the planet. This would necessitate not only rewriting human history, but a total overhaul of the evolutionary timeline. However, this isn't the only theory. Some believe the princess may have been part of a group of visitors to Earth from another planet. Her strikingly pale skin, so white it seemed almost otherworldly, has been interpreted as evidence that she might have come from a planet with significantly less sunlight. The discovery of the Tisul princess opened a Pandora's box of questions, theories, and mysteries. The find began making headlines, but it triggered a swift and secretive response from the Soviet Secret Service. They dismissed the story as absurd, spreading the idea that no such discovery had ever occurred. Articles were recalled, and both the professor who shared the information and the editor who published it were penalized for distributing unverified accounts. The topic of the Tisul princess became taboo, with no one daring to speak of her again, at least not until the collapse of the Soviet Union. After the establishment of free speech and independent media, the story resurfaced in 2002 when Khakassia and Archive newspapers published an article titled "The 800 Million-Year-Old Lady." This report, based on accounts from a retired KGB colonel, brought the tale back into the spotlight. Near the village of Rozhavchik, where the coffin was discovered, a stone memorial remains to this day. It bears the inscription, "In 1969, not far from this site, a burial was discovered within a coal seam. In a 2-meter-long marble coffin lay a beautiful young woman. Based on the age of the coal seam, she was buried here several 100 million years ago." The discovery was even discussed on national television, where witnesses from Rozhavchik who had seen the open coffin with their own eyes affirmed the authenticity of the find. Yet, the story doesn't end there. Years after the discovery of the Tisul princess, a string of mysterious deaths befell those connected to the coffin. 6 months later, a wave of misfortune swept through the village of Rozhavchik. It began with Ivan Karnikov, the miner who first discovered the coffin, whose life ended in a horrific car accident. Soon after, another miner drowned, and several other unexplained deaths followed. The sole survivor among those directly involved was geologist Vladimir Podreshetnikov, who revealed that the Tisul princess was not unique. According to Vladimir, in 1973, the military returned to the village and established a heavily secured perimeter around the nearby forest, preventing locals from entering. Years later, his claims were corroborated by Valery Malavany, a historian specializing in special services and a retired KGB major general. Malavany disclosed that KGB archives indicated the area had been cordoned off in 1973 after the discovery of 2 additional coffins. Measuring 2.4 meters each, they were nearly identical to the Tisul princess's coffin. These new finds were quickly transported to Moscow and estimated to be around 200 million years old. Villagers were once again ordered to maintain absolute silence about the events. What other secrets might this mysterious region hold? While some dismiss this story as a fabrication exaggerated by conspiracy theorists and the media, others are convinced of its authenticity. Since all information regarding the discovery was classified and any physical evidence confiscated, we are left only with the accounts of surviving witnesses. Valery Maravani remarked, "The truth is, there was indeed a large coal mine near the village of Rajavchik during the 1960s, but it was shut down in 1972 for reasons unknown." What's striking is that photos and footage reportedly taken during the coffin's opening and the initial examination of the Tisul princess have vanished from the archives. It is believed that detailed documentation, researchers' notes, and even samples of the preservation liquid were either confiscated or destroyed. The government's role in the affair seemed intent on erasing the discovery from public awareness, prompting many to question the motives behind their intervention. Was there something about the coffin, or the very existence of the Tisul princess, that posed a threat to the established historical narrative or national security? Or was this an effort to monopolize knowledge that might offer unprecedented insights into human history and technology? The mysterious nature of this discovery has captured the imagination of many. The story of the Tisul princess has given rise to a plethora of theories and explanations regarding her existence and the advanced technology associated with her. The most prominent theory suggests the existence of an ancient civilization predating any society known to history. By all outward appearances, she doesn't seem to be extraterrestrial, one theorist suggested, but rather a representative of an ancient civilization, possibly even an ancestor of humanity. Proponents of this theory argue that the advanced materials and preservation techniques used in the coffin and liquid are evidence of a lost civilization with knowledge and technology far beyond anything humans possess today. They speculate that this civilization might have existed on Earth during a time when mainstream science believes the planet was either uninhabitable or only capable of supporting simple life forms. According to this theory, the Tisul princess was a member of this ancient society, perhaps even a figure of great significance. A catastrophic event, such as a great flood, may have wiped out this civilization, leaving her body as a silent reminder of life on Earth before this apocalyptic disaster. Others believe the dating of the discovery is incorrect and suggest the princess might be closer to 500 years old rather than 800 million. Even at that age, the find would still be groundbreaking. Some speculate that she was an alien from a crashed spacecraft, and the box beside her served as a timer for her awakening, or a device to return her to the surface. These theorists point to the materials and preservation methods, which exceed human capabilities at any known point in history, as evidence. The ability to preserve her body for millennia, the fabric of her dress, and the mysterious black box are all cited as proof. This idea aligns with the ancient astronaut theory, which suggests that human history has been shaped by contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. Dear viewers, the lack of tangible evidence, apart from the memorial stone and the testimonies of witnesses, has turned this discovery into a modern legend, a story that continues to captivate and spark debate. What do you think of this discovery? Share your theories in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming fascinating videos. Until next time, goodbye and see you soon.